Okay folks, so I'm going to tell you this wee pattern here. This is a wee variation of a fly called the Lamplighter. Now, it's a good wee pattern, sort of way to start off with for the beginner and for the maybe get young kids involved in fly tying, which is what we should all be trying to do because they're the future. So just let me take this out and I'll get a new hook into the vise. So the hook I'm putting into the vise is a size 12 competition or standard heavy wet fly hook. So now we're going to put the tag on first, and the tag's in two parts. The first part is Glow Bright Floss number 3 in red. Now all I do is just come down to the bend of the hook to there and just take turns of the floss down the hook, and then break away the waste tag of the floss, take another 2 turns down, and then bring your floss back up to there. Now keep it tight, just come in with your whip finishing tool and just stick into a 2-turn whip finish. That's plenty, this will hold it. Just pull it nice and tight, and then you can come in and trim that away. Now the next part of the tag is another Glow Bright Floss in number 12 in this nice bright green. Same again, just come up now at this stage, in with your floss, a couple of tight turns, remove the waste tag of the floss, just come down until it's touching the red tag, and then just simply back up again to there, keeping your floss tight again. Just come in with your whip finishing tool, stick in a 2-turn whip finish, pull the floss tight, and just come in and trim away your floss. Now you got to protect this, so you can either use super glue, varnish, or in this case I'm just using UV resin. So just going to be a tiny bit of UV resin onto the tag. Then I'm just going to come in with my needle and just simply get good coverage just of the UV resin right round the Glow Bright Floss. And then once I'm happy, I'll come in with my torch and just set the UV resin. Just make sure it's well set before you continue to tie the fly. Okay, now the thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is a uni thread 80 in black. So just simply come in and get your thread turn started at the eye. Just knock a few thread turns on, then you can cut or you can break away the waste tag of the thread. Now I'm going to bring the thread down, tied up against the last part of the tag, which is the green Glow Bright Floss. Now the rib on the fly is going to be an orange, a peacock and orange mailer. Now all I've done is, I'll just show you before I put it on, because even on a 14 it's still a wee bit thick for me, so all I do is just get a length out from the spool and then simply just stretch it out. It doesn't lose any of its colour. If you don't like to do that, just put the tinsel on or the mailer on the way you like. So the length here already stretched out, so I'm going to tie this in. Now I want the orange side, so I'm going to tie it in with the peacock side facing myself. Then I'm just going to run my thread up, tying this in. To there, and I'm going to come back down again. Now the body on the fly is peacock herl, and I'm going to use 3 strands of peacock herl dyed black. Just get 3 strands out here. Now I'm just going to chop away the tips just at the top here, take those away. Offer these up to the hook, just come around with a turn of thread nice and lightly, and then you can pull your peacock herl into length, and then just take your thread up, tying in the remainder of the peacock herl to there. Now before you bring up your peacock herl, you need to we're going to bring this up the opposite way to the way that we've wound up our thread. So you basically just bring it the opposite way, and you're just looking one turn in front of the other. Just bring this up to meet your thread. So there. Now get a turn of the thread over the peacock herl, keeping a hold of your peacock herl. Get a tight turn in front. Another turn over the peacock herl, turn onto the hook, and the same again. Just do this a few times to secure in the peacock herl, and then if you keep your thread tight, you can break this away. Right. Anything that's going forward, just come in, stroke it back, get a bit of thread down at the front. Now I'm going to bring up a rib. You're looking 4 turns of the orange mailer up the body to there. Follow it around with your thread, a couple of tight turns, and then you can come in and trim away the excess of the mailer tinsel. Now the hackle on the fly, I'm just going to use a light furnace hackle. You can use a dark red game hackle if you have it. Now I'm just going to stroke back the fibres to reveal the tip, just like that. Just offer this up to the hook. I'm going to take a few turns to tie in the tip. I'm going to fold the tip back, and I'm going to bring my thread turns up over the tip of the hackle and the stem of the hackle. Then I can come in and locate the tip. I can break it away. Now I'm just going to come in with my scissors. Just help me stroke the hackle fibres. So just run your scissors up the stem nice and gently, and this will help you fold the hackle fibres back. And then the turns of the hackle at this stage are entirely up to yourself. Depends how heavy you like it dressed. Now, this wee feather that I'm using has a very fine fibres on it. So I'm going to put in about 3 or 4 turns here, because that's the way I like it. So that'll do me there. Now just keeping a hold of your stem, flying around with your thread, 1 turn to hold, a couple of turns to secure. Now keeping your thread tight, you can fold back the stem and build your head up over the stem from the front, nice and tight. Always keeping your thread tight. Still keeping your thread tight, and come in and break away the stem that remains on the hackle. Still keeping my thread tight. I'm just going to come in with my whip finishing tool, throw in a 3-turn whip finish. That's plenty. Then come in and trim away the thread. Now, just to finish off, we'll just come in, wee coat of varnish on the head. Don't worry if it goes into the eye. We'll clean that out in a second. Don't want to touch the hackle, just the head at the front. A wee bit of waste wire here on my desk. Then just come in and clean out the eye. And there you go, folks. That's just a wee variant on a fly called the Lamplighter. Good wee fly to start off with if you're a beginner to fly tying. Tie a few up, and hopefully they can catch you a few fish.